Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. I've got another poem for you guys. I tried kind of learning the whole thing and memorising it, but it was taking too long and I didn't want to kind of get to a point where I got disenfranchised by it or disheartened by it just by going over and over it again. So yeah, here we go. In case you're wondering what this is, it's nothing, it's actually just the way the light's hitting my face. But yeah, and I'm not actually going to say at the start of this one what it's called either, and you'll find out why. But yeah, here we go. It's the start of another perfect day. Why is it perfect, I hear you say? Well, I've got an amazing girlfriend who's also 16, and to me she is better than any queen. We also made love for the first time last night, and oh my god, it was a dream. A dream I know my parents have never experienced or seen because I was delivered by the stork, you see. Now it's time for school, which normally would be so cool, but today there's a sex education class in school, which is going to be the most awkward thing of all. I know this will be the case within those four walls because no teacher is excited to teach kids in school about sex at all. But I'm not worried at all. Me and Tina, we're so cool because we were the first to do it in our school. I almost feel like we don't need this lesson at all. Oh well, we can just stare into each other's eyes as the awkwardness causes everyone else around us to die on the inside. The lesson starts off a little different to most. There's a disclaimer which our teacher presents like an awkward host. I want you to pay attention to what I have to say. Oh, and we're not going to be sniggering at all today. From this lesson, I can only pray that you take something away and that maybe one day this information will stop you making a mistake which will take your life away. And no, I don't mean in a physical way. At this moment, I turn around and say it's okay because me and Tina have been all the way and that we don't need this lesson at all. Especially not today. Tina looks at me in a way that makes it seem like she wanted the ground to open up and take her away, but it was impossible to embarrass me that day. Our teacher just replied in a simple way, "Fine, have it your way. I was just trying to save you all from the awkwardness of today." So the lesson gets underway and I can see that all of us just want to crawl away from this awkward feeling of today. The sperm and the egg come up for discussion. I get excited and say I know about what happens when the stork takes the sperm and the egg away, but everyone just looked at me like I was speaking Russian that day. My teacher sighed. It's going to be a long day. I found something out that day. It was more shocking than finding out a straight celebrity with kids is gay. And that is, my parents did play with each other's bits above their knees one day. I didn't know what to say. Everyone was laughing and I could hear them say, "I can't believe he thought the stork really took the egg and the sperm away." But I did know I wanted the ground to open up and take me away. For the rest of that day I wanted to run away from these thoughts of my parents doing grown-up play in the same way me and Tina had the day before today. Tina wouldn't speak to me, which meant I was unable to flee from these horrible thoughts inside of me. I arrive home from school, my mum asks me how it was, I say, "It was cool." Then I run upstairs to try not to think about these horrible thoughts which are causing problems inside of me like some sort of mental war. It's dinner time, and I am certainly not fine at this moment in time because I have to sit down with these parents of mine. How can I sit and listen to tales of my dad's workday? I keep getting flashbacks of my mum making my dad's tingle stick work by doing some sort of gross twerk. No, this can't be true. Sex is something only young people do. Now it's 9:15 and I decide to turn in and get away from this personal hell of mine. So I lay my head down and I begin to unwind. I know in the morning I'll feel fine. I start to think logically as I unwind, and that's when this thought occurs in my mind. Okay, maybe they did it one time, because they wanted to give birth to this life of mine. Yes, that's right, they've only done it one time. It's 4:15, I wake up with my eyes and tingle stick feeling sore. My tingle stick wants to play like we've done every night before, so I grab my phone to settle the score, because I really need to sleep some more. My phone's brightness I turn down, as I lay on my back I begin to frown, until I find a video, which is when I turn the sound down. Midway through my moment of passion, I hear a sound. So I turn my phone's volume right down, so I can try and hear what's making this other sound. As I lay there some more, I hear something that rocks me to my core. It's a sound I've never heard before, but I know it's definitely my mother's voice saying, "Please give me more." Oh my god, it wasn't just once they've done it before. They're doing it now for fun, just like me and Tina did 2 nights before. This takes my mind back to those thoughts from before, and now my eyes are sore. Don't worry, baby. I'll give it to you like never before. Oh God, please, no more, no more. My dad's words make me want to vomit on the floor. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see them the same way as before, but what I do know is that those sounds continued for 33 minutes more. I know this was the duration because that's when I felt the effects of my hyperventilation and passed out next to my model train station. Hopefully when I wake up, I'll be in another nation, and I'll never again have to think about parental copulation. And that's it. And those last two words are also the name of the poem as well. Yeah, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed that. It's kind of a funny kind of look at when you first realise that actually your mum and dad either still have sex or have had to have had sex to obviously give birth to you. Like I say, it's just a little bit kind of tongue-in-cheek, just a little bit more light-hearted. And I hope you enjoyed the kind of flow as well. Even with the kind of slight mistakes, I think I kind of managed to, still kind of maintain the flow of the poem as well. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you did like it, please feel free to share this around. And yeah, if you felt as uncomfortable as I did, kind of saying some of the words during that, because it also took you back to the idea of your mum, dad, parents kind of saying, you know, that sort of shit to each other that you know happens, but you don't ever want to imagine, then yeah, feel free to share it with anyone that you think you'll be able to wind up by making them think of those sorts of things. But yeah, like I say, don't take it too seriously. Hope you guys are all well. Enjoy. Peace out.